Fail. A verb that means to be wanting, to fall short, or to become deficient in any measure or degree, to cease to be furnished in the usual or expected manner, or to be altogether cut off from supply, to be lacking, to come to an end. As streams fail, crops fail. Failure is a difficult topic because we've all faced it and it's a really hard thing to get through. Failure in school is seen as someone who falls farther and farther behind their peers, slowly losing all attachment to the educational system. Failure in work can lead to excuses, complacency, and disappointment. Failure in life, I think, is just a mindset. It's something that we have attached to ourselves and can honestly lead to the most growth. Some people say to accept all failures. Failure is something that you want. It's almost like an achievement. Other people want to stay as far away from failure as they possibly can. This is the difference between the few people in the world that we see as successful and accomplishing their dreams and the massive men who live their lives in quiet desperation.
You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did.
The quota that you didn't reach, the exam that you just bombed, the relationship that just ended miserably comes as an opportunity for you to do better. In some ways, you can see failure in these regards as a path rather than a destination. If you're someone who is okay with the exam score that you got, then that's not failure. That can even be a success. Maybe your goal is to help other people. Or maybe you're a C student and you got a B on an exam. The first time that you rode your bike, you were not great at it. If you're good at that, you failed before. If you're good at school, it's because you failed before. Failure should come to you as a message. What can we do better? What can we change? What can we advance or take advantage of to make sure that we don't fail the next time? The message here isn't self-help. It is purely just information for you to derive and understand what your path truly is. And if you feel like you're on the right path, that's awesome. But if you feel like there's something more that you want to do, or there's something else out there for you, then this video is for you. And failure does not define you. Failure does not define who you are, but failure can define you. If that's all you dwell in, and all you think about are your failures, you will become depressed, you will become sad, and you will become somebody who sees failure as who they are. Your self-talk, the mindset that you go into when you face adversity, will define how you face failure. And your self-talk is defined by your past experiences, your past failures, the people in your life, and your innate temperament. So much goes into your self-talk, and it's hard to really understand what kind of self-talk you have. There's a couple ways to actually understand this. I advise you asking people around you. Getting information from those around you is so much more important than you deriving your own information about yourself. Another thing you can do is take a personality test. I know this sounds like mumbo jumbo and it's not really important, but if you can understand kind of how you think in the world through a personality test, my personal favorite is the Myers-Briggs, or you could do the 4 colors personality test, you can understand your flaws, your weaknesses, but your strengths. You can understand where you need to move when you face failure, where you need to be thinking, where your mindset needs to be. Do you need to talk to other people, or do you need to be sitting in your room thinking about it? Because everybody's different. Everybody is different, and how you're gonna interact with your coworkers or how you're gonna interact with your friends and your family when you face failure is all defined by who you are.
I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living." Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything. I want to fall forward. I figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit.
Thanks guys for watching. One more thing is that failure is what you make it. If you think that climbing half a mountain is a success, it's gonna be a success to you. Y'all can do it too. Peace.